All right, the following segment is sponsored by Graves McLain. You know, sharing the road with tractor trailers, which can weigh up to 20 to 30 times as much as a passenger car, can be really treacherous. You probably already know that. The attorneys at Graves McLain, they've handled a lot of cases involving tractor trailers, and they want to share some helpful information to make sure that you stay safe on our roadways. Chad McLain joining us this morning to give us some details about that. Chad, good to see you, man.
Morning, good to see you.
Yeah, we were just talking about a few moments ago. We've got, we're taking care of things Valentine's Day today, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, you better. That's exactly right. Let's talk about the tractor trailers, because, and as you were explaining to me, these are some really dedicated men and women who do a great job, but unfortunately there are accidents that do happen.
That's right. Well, I mean, they're professionals.
Yeah.
You know, they have a special license. They're specially trained. The difference is when they make a mistake like you and I might make, not paying attention, looking down at the radio, that things can be a little more damaging because the vehicles are bigger.
Right. So you've got some tips on things, because, you know, when we learn how to drive, we're always told to drive defensive. I mean, this is this is truly how you have to drive around.
Well, it helps both people. I mean, it helps us, the non-tractor trailer driver and the tractor trailer driver, try to be safer. If we're more cognizant, we're assuming that they're more cognizant of their surroundings. You know, their turns, it takes more time and more room for them to turn. Sometimes they come into the other lane, and that's what they have to do to make the turn. And that was one of the things I want to make sure that we understand, is I'm not saying anything negative about tractor trailer drivers at all. I mean, I believe they do good work and things that we need them to do for society to work, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
But when they are in accidents, bad things happen, unfortunately. And so drivers need to be aware, probably more aware when you're around a truck. Situations to avoid is don't be in a blind spot.
Right.
Make sure you don't get between two vehicles. Try to stay in front of them and behind them, because their stopping distance is more, especially if they're loaded, those types of things.
Yeah, and the nice thing about it is typically sometimes on the back of these vehicles, like we're seeing right now, if you're paying attention to them, you can see it says, if I'm turning right, I'm going to make a wide right turn. So it's there for you. You just need to pay attention. And that's just a few of the tips. You were saying also to really take extra care, too, when you're changing lanes. That's something you need to really watch out for as well.
Well, exactly. It goes back to the stopping distance and their ability to maneuver in a defensive manner to your moves, whatever you do, changing lanes or stopping quicker than you should, I guess.
Right. And another thing, too, I mean, we always talk about those blind areas on our cars or our trucks. You can imagine you're pulling something that's 54 feet long. You're going to have some of those as well. You need to realize that as a driver, too. Right.
We don't want to put the truck or the tractor-trailer driver in a situation where they can't make maneuvers and try to avoid the accident, too, like the old stop and stoop thing, where people change lanes and then make a turn right in front of somebody. You and I in a regular vehicle, even an SUV, we could make that stop and probably avoid contact. The tractor trailer can't do that.
Yeah, so just things that you need to be mindful of, you know, when you're on the roadways. And unfortunately, these accidents, though, do happen. And you were telling me earlier, you guys have represented folks.
We have, yeah. Like I said, most of the time these accidents happen, the injuries are going to be more serious just because the vehicles are larger.
Right.
We've handled serious injury, brain injury, and death cases arising from these type of accidents, for sure.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, you don't want people to have to call about that, but if they do, you know.
I always say that. We have commercials, actually, that say that. And we hope you never have to call us, but if you do.
Yeah, you know where to go. All right. Listen, man, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on. Happy Valentine's Day to your family, all right? Hey, Graves McLain, 4137 South Harvard, 918-359-6600, gravesmclain.com, also on Facebook.